Hello, horse racing fans. It's Mark with HereTheyCome.com, getting ready for the 151st Kentucky Derby on Saturday, May 3rd, known as the Run for the Roses. What we're doing is a continuation in our series of looking at the impact of runners coming out of the Big Six Derby prep races, the 100-point prep races, and what their impact has been in the Kentucky Derby Superfecta. They give us a little bit of a clue on what level of consideration we want to give these runners on Derby Day. So this is actually our last of the six. This is the Wood Memorial. Taking a look at the history of that. And first we'll look at the winners of the Wood Memorial and how they did on Kentucky Derby Day. This year it's Rodriguez out of the Bob Baffert barn. So we got to see how he's going to do, but he's a speed horse, an early speed horse. He only wins if he has the lead all the way around. So who knows? Can he pull it off? Hard to tell, but he is this year's winner. Last year, Resilience was a winner. He ran an okay Derby, finishing sixth. Then it was Lord Miles, did not make it to the Kentucky Derby. Mo Donegal, 2022, finished fifth. Bourbonic in 21, finished 13th. 2020, there was no Wood Memorial due to the COVID. 2019, Tactus finished fourth, was moved up to third based on a dequalification of the winner. So he did hit the board, did hit the trifecta in the superfecta that year. 2018, Vino Rosso finished ninth. Turned out to be a very good horse, winning the Breeders' Cup, but not on Kentucky Derby Day. 2017, it was Irish War Cry, finished 10th, and then I believe he went on and won the Preakness Stakes. 2016, Outwork, finished 14th. Frosted, 2015, finished fourth in the Kentucky Derby. Wicked Strong in 2014 also finished fourth. The years highlighted in red are just to indicate those years of when the point-based qualifying system was in place. Verzano, 2013, Verrazano finished 14th. Gemologist, 16th. 2011, 2010, 2009, the winner did not make it to the Kentucky Derby. 2008, Tale Vicati finished fourth in the Kentucky Derby. 2007, No Biz Like Showbiz, 10th in the Derby. Bob and John, 17th. Bellamy Road was a big favorite that year, finished 7th in the Kentucky Derby. And here's the Great Tappet. The Great Tappet, who has produced many winners, putting in his services in the breeding shed, in the breeding barn, but in the Kentucky Derby, 9th. Empire Maker, 2003, finished second in the Kentucky Derby. 2002, Buddha did not run. Congagree, 2001, finished third in the Kentucky Derby. So recapping, winners of the Wood Memorial have not had a lot of success in the Kentucky Derby in recent years, since 2001, with 0 wins, only 1 second, 2 in third, and 3 of them in fourth. So there's a slight consideration for the winner to use in the bottom of your trifectas and superfectas. Not a lot, but a little bit. So now let's look at all the runners coming out of the Wood Memorial and how they fared in the Kentucky Derby. So we got here, 2025, 24, 22, and 21. Absolutely no impact on Kentucky Derby Day. 2020, no Wood race due to COVID. Wood Memorial race. 2019, the winner came in third at 6-1 odds. 2018, 17, and 16, again, absolutely no impact in the Derby Superfecta. 2015, the winner ran fourth in the Kentucky Derby at odds of 10-1. So in the recent 8 years, there's not a lot of impact here in come Kentucky Derby Day. 2014, the winner ran fourth at 6-1 odds. 2013, the runner-up that year ran fourth in Kentucky Derby at 9-1 odds. No impact in 2012, 11, 10, or 9. No impact. 2008, the winner ran fourth at 37-1 odds. So we got a large impact in the bottom of the Superfecta there at 37-1 odds. 2007, no impact. 2006, the runner-up that year ran fourth on Kentucky Derby Day at odds of 24-1. 2005 and 2004, absolutely no impact. 2003, the runner-up won the Kentucky Derby at 13-1 odds. That was funny side. The winner that year came in second and completed the exacta at 5-2 odds. 2002, the runner-up in the Wood Memorial ran fourth in the Kentucky Derby at 7-1 odds. And in 2001, the runner-up won the Kentucky Derby at 10-1 odds. And the winner of the Wood Memorial that year ran third on Derby Day at 7-1 odds. So recapping the impact of all runners coming out of the Wood Memorial on Kentucky Derby Day since 2001, we've had 2 winners, 1 runner-up, 2 in third, and 6 in fourth. So we definitely want to consider runners for the bottom of the Superfecta. So there was 6 runners coming in fourth, so at average odds of 15-1. The 2 that came in third had average odds of 6-1, and the 1 runner-up was a 5-2 favorite, and the 2 winners' average odds were 11-1. So I would say the only impact, really only serious consideration is going to be in the bottom of the Superfecta. So just to recap on the winners coming out of the Wood Memorial. So this year it's Rodriguez. There were 2 that won. There was 1 that ran second, 2 ran third, and 6 ran fourth in the past 25 years. Not a good win wager on Kentucky Derby Day for the winner of the Wood Memorial. However, with Rodriguez this year, if he's going to win the Kentucky Derby, it's going to be wire to wire. So and it'll be decent odds. So you might want to just consider a saver bet for the hell of it on the nose. Put a bet on him on the nose just in case, because he does look a lot like the Baffert Medina Spirit that pulled off the wire to wire win, and then a year later was disqualified from the win. But he kind of resembles Medina Spirit, if you will. But I think there's more speed this year, and they're not going to let him steal it. But a saver bet is okay. 2 runners this year headed for the Kentucky Derby coming out of the Wood Memorial. Of course, the winner, Rodriguez, he won the Wood at odds of 7-2, paying $9.30. He has 121.25 points on the Derby leaderboard. He's had 4 races this year with 2 wins, a second, and a third. So he has not been off the board in all 4 of his races this year, and 50% in the win. Grande for Pletcher, lightly raced horse. Did look good coming in second in the Wood Memorial at odds of 5-1, paying $6.80 for the place position. He got 50 points for coming in second, so that was enough to get him into the Kentucky Derby. Again, he's lightly raced, but Pletcher and Rapoli want to get him in the race, so they're going to run him. Lightly raced, I'm not so sure. Again, we're basically only going to be looking at the bottom of the Superfecta for these runners. If you've been following us over the last 25 years with our handicapping services and our picks, you know the importance we put on having the Raise a Native Sireside pedigree line. It has been proven critical as winners of 17 of the last 30 Kentucky Derbies. That's slightly over 50% wins, and their average payoff of those 17 winners is a nice $42.18. So we're looking at 20 to 1 odds on the winner with the Raise a Native Sire line. Only one of the two wood horses headed for the Kentucky Derby this year have the Raise a Native Sire line, pedigree line, and that is Grande, the lightly raced Grande. So I guess we got to give him some consideration having the Raise a Native Sire side. The only thing I don't like about him for the most part is that he's so lightly raced. You want to be able to increase your chances on the first Saturday in May on picking a winner. There's more uninformed players on Derby Day than in any other day of the year in horse racing in America. There's over just shy of $200 million wagered on the Kentucky Derby last year. The secret is arming yourself with better information and combining that with having a proven, thought out method for handicapping the big 20 horse field so that you can wager with confidence on coming Derby Day. And that's what you get with our proven winning Derby profile. It helps you separate the contenders from the pretenders in the big 20 horse field we have on Kentucky Derby Day. You need to have better information. You need to know those critical factors that have produced the most Derby winners. And that's what you'll get with our proven winning Derby profile. We also provide you with a wagering strategy to help you maximize your coverage in a 20 horse field for the least amount of dollars. So you don't have to put you don't have to make a withdrawal from your home equity loan or using your credit cards to place a wager. We give you methods for structuring your tickets for the least amount of dollars. Proven Winning Derby profile is based on 30 plus years of handicapping horse races. I first introduced it way back in 2001, so this is our 25th edition. It isn't a product we dreamt up in the last couple of years, but this is something as a result of 30 years of handicapping, and it is our 25th year of providing it. After years of handicapping the Kentucky Derby, I identified 22 factors that I found to be critical in winning the Kentucky Derby. The factors are a combination of comprising of the horse's racing campaigns as both a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, combining that with racing style, recent performance, and pedigree lines of 5 pedigree lines that we found to be critical to have. It's a combination of being on the sire side as well as the mare side and in the broodmare line as well. We provide you with the list of the runners that have these 5 critical pedigree lines. Our system then is a point-based system. We tell you what points to assign to each of the 22 factors. You're basically just going through with each runner, looking them up in the tables and in your past performances to see if they have these, which factors they have, and then adding up the assigned points that we tell you to use. And year in and year out, we'll find the winner, if not the top 2 finishers, in the top 5 point earners. It has been proven year in and year out, you'll at least have the winner, if not the exacta. And then we provide you with handicapping steps to identify those runners and long shot runners that will fill out the bottoms of your trifectas and superfectas, so that you have a shot at hitting the big payouts on Kentucky Derby Day. So we've basically done all the hard work for you. We also will provide you links to download free past performances for the Kentucky Derby as well as the Kentucky Oaks once they are made available. So Derby fever's on the rise. Saturday, May 3rd will be here before you know it. It's time to get yourself ready to start your handicapping. Um, so don't wait. Go out to our website and heretheycome.com. You can purchase and download our 2025 updated edition of the Proven Winning Derby Profile immediately. So once you place your order, you'll be directed to our download page, and you'll be able to download it immediately to your computer. Also, we make available our picks for the Kentucky Derby race if you're interested in just getting our picks or getting both the picks and the profile. You'll see the different options you have on our website. If you're interested in subscribing to our Triple Crown races, the Derby, the Preakness, the Belmont Stakes, you'll see where we have discounted pricing available for the various packages as well. We also provide picks for the full card races on Derby Day. So there's like a total of 14 races on the card at Churchill Downs on the first Saturday in May. So we also make those picks available. You'll get our selections for win, exacta, trifectas, and superfectas for all 14 races, along with our daily doubles, our pick threes, pick fours, pick fives, and pick sixes. So it's really a great value for 14 races. And so go out to our website and heretheycome.com and take a look around and decide which packages are best for you. Thanks for watching, and remember, we have one of these impact videos for each of the 6 100-point prep races on YouTube, so check out our channel.